Here back from CNH Small again for another informative review video. This one is about my secondary VEPR-12. This is the other VEPR-12 I was talking about in the previous video. I made it mention that I was going to be doing some reviews about this one as well too. And what I'm reviewing today, specifically on the gun, is the bipod that I got on here today. Basically, the reason I put this bipod on here was so I can basically take it to my rifle range and basically zero the actual red dot for distance of 25 and 50 and about 75 yards out there for that. And having a bipod on your shotgun with your lower picatanny rail on your bottom handguard, your shotgun can be quite accurate out there for that. So if anybody's wanting to check out and push your accuracy of your VEPR-12 out there, and you basically want to dial in some kind of a red dot sight, I do recommend getting some kind of a bipod and sticking it on the front of your lower handguard right here for that. So what I got on here specifically, I bought this thing about a month and a half ago for that, or let me see, I think it was back in September. I can't remember what it was, but it was somewhere between September and October. And actual bipod, let me get this thing flipped down here. Bipod is made by ZSI. They're a Russian company. It's mil-spec, and these things can be bought at Legion USA right here for that. I do most of my shopping for my AKs and VEPRs and stuff like that on there for that, and I also shop at 4range.com as well too. So those are basically the two big companies I buy most of my authentic AK parts and stuff like that for that. So it's made by ZSI. It's basically imported and basically resold by Legion USA, and it'll fit on any picatanny weaver rail you have on your lower handguard right here for that as well too. And it's supposedly mil-spec. It's made out of rubber, steel, and armored fiber or something like that. That's what it says on the packing slip when you got it from them. When you actually got it from Legion USA, it's basically wrapped in a I'm going to call airtight plastic bag. So I guess whenever they import this, they ship them out to whoever actually purchases them from Legion USA. So there's no opening up the bag or box and just basically looking inside right there for that. But it's a relatively good quality unit right here. It basically attaches right to your lower handguard. You have what they call a where's it at here? You have a bolt, and the bolt has a it's what I call a half moon type of adapter where it fits in the groove on your lower picatanny rail. So you just basically snug it up and have it flush with the lower picatanny rail, so it's flat when it's sitting down inside there for that. So it fits perfect fine. And I'll show you the two features it has on this one specifically. So let me hold it here on the side here for that. So what it has is whenever you want to bring it down, so it's actually in the down position, you simply turn the actual two legs clockwise, and then they basically pop out, and then they rotate back down like that. So, and then you do the same thing the other side, rotate them clockwise and go down. You lock it in position right there. Be a second position. There we go. I'll put it too far. Okay, there we go. Lock them in position like that. That's what it is. Then to further extend the actual pads on the bottom, you have a slight crescent button right here for that. You just basically pop that, and you pop out another. It's about 1, 2, 3. It's about 3.5, 4 inches, whatever it is, right there for that. So if you're at the range and you're trying to get your gun about as high as humanly possible, right there for that, it's basically 1, 2. It's almost about a foot off the ground. So it's basically close to a foot off the ground. Personally, if you like a high bench from where you're actually sitting, it'd be like different ranges are going to have different benches and stuff like that. So I'd recommend extending the feet to extend it the farthest distance if you got like a real low bench. But if you're shooting from a relatively tall bench from where you're actually sitting at and stuff like that, like say I'm like sitting right here, I got a low table but I got a high chair, you want to extend the things out to their first distance under for that. But if you have a relatively high high table, and basically it's just better just to keep them retracted into the actual lower thicker portion of the leg right here for that. So that's basically the two functions and how they function on it for that. To put it back up in there, you just basically hit the button and it'll retract up inside there like so. Push it in there, push the button in, make it up. There we go. Okay, now it's up in there. So to re-cock it back up into the forward position, just rotate the legs forward and rotate them back. They are spring loads, so they do have a little bit of a give right there for that. And you rotate the other one up, same way you did before, and it pops right back in position. So it's the reason I bought it primarily for me was, as I said before, accuracy. I just wanted to, you know, see what kind of accuracy I can actually get out of VEPR-12, and basically it provides a more I'm going to call rigid base to actually shoot your gun from, rather than having to have 2 or 3 big sandbags like stacked up on top of each other, or having one big sandbag. You can basically just put the bipod on there, take up your range, and you don't got to dick around with having all kind of extra stuff like, you know, big boxes or something else you're trying to put on a handguard. So personally, I definitely like it. It works perfectly fine for me. It is slightly better than the other bipod I have on my other VEPR-12. The other bipod, the actual base flexes just a teeny bit, so I think they made it so whenever if you're shooting at like a weird angle, you have a little bit of a flexibility. Like if you're out in the field and you're putting your gun on top of some kind of rocks or like unstable, this one provides a more rigid base as opposed to that one. But the other one, I basically figure out a way how to make it slightly more tight. I just wrapped it up with some tape, so it's a lot more rigid now, because mainly I honestly ain't going to be taking this thing for hunting. It's basically for target practice, home defense, and stuff like that for that. So that's my review of the Russian ZSI mil-spec bipod. If anybody has any questions about possibly purchasing one of these right here, just feel free to leave me a message here, and I'll try to answer any questions you guys have about something like this, and we'll go from there, guys. So have a nice day, guys. Hope to hear from you soon.